Your soul is whole and true. This is God's gift to you. May your soul sing loud and free, 'cause you are a gift to me. My soul holds a holy spark. You can even see it in the dark. Your soul is holy too. Yes, this is what I see in you. Elohai neshama shenata tabi. Elohai neshama shenata tabi tehorahim. Each soul one of a kind,
a little piece of the divine.
when you love what you create,
Your path will illuminate.
each soul has an offering, a little gift that it can bring. So sing your song both near and far. The world needs you just as you are. Elohai neshama shenata tabi. Elohai neshama shenata tabi tehorahim. Elohai neshama shenata tabi. Elohai neshama shenata tabi tehorahim. Elohai neshama shenata tabi. Elohai neshama shenata tabi tehorahim.
Baruch HaGever Sheyiftach b'Adonai V'haya Adonai Mivtacho B'chur Adonai Hadea כי בידוני צור עולמי ויפתחו בך יודעי שמך כי לא עזבת דושך אדוני אדוני חפץ למען צדקו יגדיל תורה וידיר ברוך הגבר אשר יטב באדוני והיה אדוני מבטחו ברכו אדוני הדעה כי בידוני צור עולמי ויבטחו בך יודעי שמך כי לא עזבת דושך אדוני אדוני חפץ למען צדקו יגדיל תורה וידיר ידריה הנניה
Off this week, so he's not here. That just means that everybody else has to sing louder. That's all. So it just puts more responsibility on all of you. It's great to be with you. I did get away for a few days midweek. The snow was melting, and I decided I needed to get a few days of skiing in before the ski season ended. So Karen and I got away Monday through Wednesday this week, and we're away for a few days. And so that was a nice just opportunity to get in a few hours of skiing a day. And it's nice to be back and to be with all of you. So we're going to start on page 24 with Shalom Aleichem. I also want to welcome Randy back. So Randy was gone in Europe for a few weeks. You'll have to, he just started to tell me a little bit about his trip for a few minutes at the piano, but there you have some Oneg conversation as well as that moves forward. So let's continue with Shalom Aleichem. Shalom Aleichem, Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Boachem L'Shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Aleichem, Shalom Aleichem, Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Baruchuni L'Shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Alechem, Shalom Alechem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzetchem L'Shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Alechem, Shalom Alechem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. We're going to turn back in our books to pages 2 and 3. As we bless our Shabbat lights, I invite everybody who can comfortably do so to please rise. Let's read together the bottom half of page 3, and then we'll join in our blessing. O source of light and truth, creator of the eternal law of goodness, help us to find knowledge by which to live. Lead us to take the words we shall speak into our hearts and our lives. Bless all who enter this sanctuary in need, all who bring the offerings of their hearts. May our worship lead us to acts of kindness, peace, and love. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. You may be seated. We turn to pages 20 and 21. We take a few moments to reflect on the week that has passed, to just pause a moment on each day, on its challenges and on its blessings. And then we'll come back together and welcome Shabbat with Lecha Dodi. Deep breath. We'll sing together verses 1, 2, 5, and 9, numbered for your convenience. And when we get to verse 9, I'll invite everybody who can comfortably do so to rise and face the doors from which we entered to welcome the Nishama Yetera, the extra soulfulness that travels with us on Shabbat, and the Shabbat presence into our congregation and into our hearts. And for those of you who are joining us from home, I encourage you to turn towards the doorways of your home and bring Shabbat into that space. Lecha Dodi. Lecha lecha doti likrat kala Penei penei Shabbat nekabala Lecha lecha doti likrat kala Penei penei Shabbat nekabala la 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 Lecha doti likrat kala Penei Shabbat nekabala Lecha lecha doti likrat kala Penei Shabbat nekabala Shamor v'zachor b'dibur echad Yishmianu el hamyuchad Adonai echad u'shmo echad L'shem ol tiferet v'litchila la 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 l'chadoti likrat kala Penei Shabbat nekabala Lecha doti likrat kala Penei Shabbat nekabela Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha Ki bekor haberacha Merosh mikedem nesucha Sof ma'aseh b'machshavat Chila la 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 Lecha doti likrat kala Penei Shabbat nekabala Lecha doti likrat kala Penei Shabbat nekabala Number 5 Hit oreri Kiva orech kumi uri Shir daberi Kevod Adonai alayich nigla la 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 Lecha doti likrat kala Penei Shabbat nekabala Lecha doti likrat kala Penei Shabbat nekabela Boi v'shalom Ateret ba'ala Gam besimcha ub'sola Toch emunei am segula Boi chala La 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 Lecha doti likrat kala Penei Shabbat nekabala Lecha doti likrat kala Penei Shabbat nekabela la 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 Lecha doti likrat kala Penei Shabbat nekabala Lecha doti likrat kala Penei Shabbat nekabela Page 26, we continue with Chatzi Kaddish. Yitkada v'yitkada shemei Rabbah B'alma divrach yirutei v'yamlich malchutei B'chai echon uv'yom echon Uv'chayei dechol Beit Yisrael Bagala Uvizman kariv veimeru Amen. Yehei Shemei Rabbah mevorach leolam ulomei almaya yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitale v'yitalal Shemei Dukudasha Berichu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata da'amihiran bi'alma ve'imeru Amen. Turn to Baruchu, our call to prayer, page 28. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Barechu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach HaMevorach Leolam Vaed. HaMevorach HaMevorach Leolam Vaed. Last three lines in the Hebrew on page 30. El Chai V'Kayam Tamidim Lo Chaleinu Leolam Vaed. Baruch Ata Adonai Hamariv Aravi. Page 34 and 35, Shema Yisrael. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kavod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. Baruch Shem Kavod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. You may be seated. Continue on page 36. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'odecha ve'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha b'veitecha uvlechtecha v'derech uv'shochbecha uv'kumecha ukshartam leot al yadecha v'hayu letotafot b'neinecha uchtavtam al mezuzot beitecha uvisharecha leman tizkeru v'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'hitem kedoshim le'elohechem ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim liot lachem le'elohim ani Adonai Elohechem Adonai Elohechem Emet. We turn to page 40 for Mi Chamocha, our song of freedom. It was just this, as we came out of Pesach, the seventh day of Pesach is traditionally as we crossed through the sea. So just before last Shabbat, or as we came through Shabbat, and as we sing these words, I just think about all the narrow places that the Jewish people have found themselves throughout our history, and at this point, we come through to the other side, that no matter what the challenges that we have faced, that we still sing. We still sing a song of celebration. And I'm thinking about, we're in this time of memory in the Jewish calendar. That's what's making me think about this. Yom HaShoah was yesterday. We observed it here on on Sunday with our Yom HaShoah. But Yom HaShoah was yesterday, and next Wednesday and Thursday are Yom HaZikaron, Israel's Memorial Day, and Yom HaAtzmaut, Israel's Independence Day. It's sort of like a separate set of high holy days, right, that play out in the Jewish calendar. And for each of those things, certainly Yom HaShoah, Yom HaZikaron, which is the Memorial Day, but even Yom HaAtzmaut, right? You celebrate the day of independence, but independence was only the very beginning, right, of ongoing challenges and struggles that move us forward. So we sing our song of Michamocha, both with thanks of all the narrow places we've come through, and also with hope that with whatever narrow places we face now or in the future, that we too will be able to come to the other side and sing a song of freedom and celebration. Michamocha. Yada die 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 yada die 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 yada die 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 yada die 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 yada die 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 yada die 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 yada die 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 Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai Mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh nora tehilot Osei fele Malchutcha ra'u v'necha Bokeyam lifnei Moshe u'Miriam Malchutcha ra'u v'necha Bokeyam lifnei Moshe u'Miriam Yada die 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 yada die 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 yada die 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 yada die 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 yada die 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 yada die 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 yada die 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 Zezeli anu ve'ameru Adonai imloch leolam leolam va'ed yada die 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 yada die 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 yada die 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 yada die 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 yada die 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 yada die 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 yada die 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 V'ne'emar ki v'ad Adonai et Yaakov Ugalo miyad chazak mimenu Baruch atah Adonai Yada die 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 yada die 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 yada die 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 yada die 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 yada die 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 yada die 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 Gal Yisrael Amen 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 Hashkivenu, page 42, we ask the Holy One to watch over us and to protect us and to let us lie down with a sense of peace and to rise up with a sense of purpose. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom Vehamidenu shomreinu lechaim Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom Ve'hamidenu shomreinu lechaim Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha Ushmor tzeitenu uvoenu Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha Ushmor tzeitenu uvoenu Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom Ve'hamidenu shomreinu lechaim Baruch atah Adonai Haporei sukat shalom Aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael ve'al Yerushalayim. Amen. We give thanks for Shabbat, for the opportunity it gives us to pause, to breathe, join in singing Vishamru, page 44. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, lasot et ha-Shabbat, lidorotam berit olam. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, lasot et ha-Shabbat, lidorotam berit olam. Beini uvein b'nei Yisrael, oti leolam, oti leolam, oti leolam. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, lasot et ha-Shabbat, lidorotam berit olam. Ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai et ha-shamayim ve'et ha'aretz. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, lasot et ha-Shabbat, lidorotam berit olam. Uvayom hashvi'i shavat vayinafash, shavat vayinafash, shavat vayinafash. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, lasot et ha-Shabbat, lidorotam berit olam. Turn to page 46. Invite everybody who can comfortably do so to please rise. Adonai sifatai tiftach ufi agi tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Page 48. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, ve'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor Vehanora El Elyon Gomel Chasadim Tovim Vekonei Hakol Vezocher Chatztei Avot Ve'imahot Umevi Geula Livnei V'nehem Leman Shemo B'Ahava Melech Ozer U'Moshiach U'Magen Baruch Ata Adonai Magen Avraham Vezrat Sarah Ata Gibor Le'olam Adonai Mechaye HaKol Ata Rav Lehoshia Morid Hatal Mechalkel Chaim Bechesed Mechaye HaKol Berachamim Rabim Somech Noflim Verofech Olim Umatir Asurim Umekayem Emunato Lishenei Afar Micha Mocha Baal Gevurot Umido Melach Melech Memit Umechayeh Umatzmiach Yeshua V'ne'eman Atala Hachayot HaKol Baruch Ata Adonai Mechayeh HaKol. Page 52. You are holy, your name is holy, and those who are holy praise you every day. Baruch Ata Adonai Ha'el HaKadosh. Please continue silently with the words of your own heart or the words of the prayer book through page 62, 63. When you're through, please be seated.
Well, Shabbat Shalom to everybody. As the rabbi said, I just got back from Europe on Saturday, so still, readjusting from the jet lag. So in that spirit, I thought I would draw from the European repertoire tonight, the classic European repertoire, in the form of Sergei Rachmaninoff's Vocalese. Of course, he was not Jewish. He did not write Jewish music, but he wrote very beautiful, romantic, heartfelt, expressive music. And this piece came in 1915. As I say, the name is Vocalese. It's probably one of his most famous compositions, and frequently heard as an instrumental piece, even though it was written originally for soprano and with piano accompaniment. The version I'm going to be playing for you is dramatically cut. It's an abridged arrangement in the interest of time, just to keep it within 4 minutes. So what's unique about this piece, and there is sort of a Jewish connection here, kind of far-fetched, but The soprano part is just on one syllable of her choosing. So it could be, you know, whatever she chooses. I, die, die, die. Does that sound like something familiar that we do here? When the cantor opens the Shabbat service, that's called a nigun, right? So unknowingly, Rachmaninoff wrote a kind of nigun. And it just fits perfectly with the mood of the service at this point, after the silent prayer. So this is Vocalise by Rachmaninoff.
Thank you. In this week's Torah portion, it says, "Then Moses said to Aaron, 'This is what the Eternal meant by saying, through those near me I shall show myself holy and gain glory before all the people.' And Aaron was silent." This week's portion contains the tragic deaths of Aaron's two oldest sons, Nadav and Avihu. And the Torah never tells us their precise sins, other than they brought an improper offering. The rabbis make things up, they say they were drunk, they say other kinds of things, but we don't know that. Or perhaps they made comment that it was time for Moses and Aaron to pass on so that they could take over. Or perhaps they simply made up their own rules regarding offerings. And the rabbis considered all of these possibilities. But it was a tragic time in the life of Aaron. Moses immediately makes a comment about the loss of his two nephews. This shows how close the young men were to God, and God gained glory through their deaths. Aaron listens to his brother and reacts with silence. Aaron is silent, but perhaps Moses should have stayed silent. There are times when it's better to be silent. That's why in Kohelet, in Ecclesiastes, right, one of the most famous passages is there's a time for silence and a time for speaking. Too often we speak when the proper reaction is silence. I see this often when people pass away. You're at a house of Shiva or you're at the funeral afterward, and people feel like they need to say something, and sometimes just don't say the right things. The kinds of things people say, it's better now, they're not in pain anymore, or God wanted them in heaven because they were too valuable to be here in this world, or these kinds of comments that people offer as their own sense of comfort, but are usually not comforting. Silence is usually the better response. In Job, the book of Job, the main character, is tested by God, who sent Hasatan, the prosecuting angel, to take away his wealth and his children and his health, right? This is where the idea of Satan comes from, right? In other traditions, it's taken from this story here. 3 of his friends come to Job to comfort him, and thus begins a long, powerful argument about God's justice. But when the friends first arrive, they sit silently, waiting for Job to speak first. From this, we learn an important lesson, an important tradition. When Jews come to a house of mourning, the tradition is that you don't speak to the mourner first, right? You're just present with the mourner, and you wait for them to speak to you, because they can set the tone of the conversation. None of the things that those comments I made earlier that people sometimes say would be inappropriate if they were said by the mourner, right? If those were words that were comforting to the mourner, and the mourner said, "Oh, I'm just so glad that they're not in pain anymore and they're in a better place," you can say, "Yeah," right? But it's not appropriate for the mourner, right, to decide for the visitor to decide where the mourner should be, right? Where you should be in your grieving process. Torah teaches that words have power. God created the world with words. The Bible teaches that in Proverbs, that death and life are in the power of the tongue. Words are important, but often when we're uncomfortable, we just fill the room with words. We love to speak, but they're not always the most appropriate reaction. There are moments when silence is the more appropriate reaction. We hear beautiful music in this sanctuary, right? And music there's power in each note that is played. but music is, and the notes only work because of the pauses between each of the notes, the way that they're put together, the rhythms, right? Leaving space, right? That's where we're drawn in and then can rise up with the music again. Silence is so often more powerful than speaking. And it's not always the appropriate reaction. Our tradition teaches that when we see things that are improper, we're supposed to speak out. The Talmud teaches that to be silent is like an admission, that there are times we ought to speak out, and there are other times when silence is the appropriate response. The Mishnah teaches, Shimon taught, all the days I grew up among the sages, and I have found there is nothing better than silence. So to go back to Kohelet, there's a time to speak and a time to be silent. Perhaps some of our wisdom is the ability to know when, right? When is it that our voice is important? When is it that our voice challenges, rises up, pushes in important ways, moves a conversation forward, helps to bring comfort? And when is it that really what we need to be doing is making a space for others, is listening and just being present? Abraham Joshua Heschel taught that there were 3 modes of mourning: silence, tears, and song. We don't get to set the mode and the tone. It can be, mourning can be quiet and profound. It can be raucous. But whatever it is, it belongs to the mourner. It is the mourner who can tell you what they need to share, when they need to cry or to laugh, or maybe just not even to form a sentence. Our job is just to be present, to be there. And so, on this Shabbat, I think about Aaron's response. Moses jumps in too quickly, perhaps, to say, oh, they were taken because God wanted them close to him. And Aaron is silent. He's just trying to take in the enormity of the loss. And perhaps that's what he needed, is people to be silent with him until he was ready to take steps forward and move back into life. Shabbat Shalom. So we have a few pieces in our calendar tonight, in addition to what we usually have. So we're going to offer a blessing for the new month, which is starting another month. Then we'll go Misha Berach, which is always part of what we do, and then we will count the Omer. So we are going to turn to page 261. Leah, can you come up here for a sec? Page 261. Sorry, we have missing things, so I'm just trying to make sure that they're not missing when we need them. As we offer a blessing for the new month. Our God and God of our ancestors, may the new month bring us goodness and blessing. May we have long life, peace, prosperity, a life exalted by love of Torah and reverence for the divine, a life in which the longings of our hearts are fulfilled for good. Rosh Chodesh Iyar, Tuesday. We turn to 253. So we offer prayers for healing. Join in Misha Berach, middle of the page. Misha Berach Avotenu Mikor habracha leimotenu. May the source of strength, who blessed the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. We ask for blessings upon Hannah Fields Austin, Sue Toback, Roslyn Lefkowitz, Helen Weinfeld, Pam Poliakov, Kathy Blumenfeld, Caitlin Antrim, Brad Holland, Serena Postal, Robert Strober, Lori Snyder, Charity Razadeh, Gloria Foster, Robert Gerard, Adele Harris, Brenda Found Gerard, Jan Marcus, Al Shapiro, Robert Waldman, Judith Gratz DeLange, Deborah DeLange, James Stead, Stephen Gilbert, Bill Hughes, Ed Means, Virginia Guzman, Suzette Guzman, Marilyn Rudin, Sandy Gunn, Faye Bernstein, Sandra Dizengoff, John Foster, Ronald Sokloff, Larry Muir, Susan Goldstein, Karen Nelson, Larry Gassner, Marsha Lloyd, Fred Rosenblum, Sharon Everett, Mark Kramer, Stacy Martin, Anthony Juarez, Ellen Sopkin, Jerry Feingold, Tim Nelson, Susan Smalls, James Morrison, Natalie Cruise, Joanne Cohen, Thad Nagy, Evan Olson, Keaton Height, Michael Gerard, Chastity Smith, and Misheberach imotenu mikor habracha lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. Page 278. I am ready to fulfill the mitzvah of counting the Omer. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu al sfirat haomer. Our praise to you, Adonai, sovereign of all, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to count the Omer. Hayom Shlosha asar yom shehem shavua echad v'shisha yamim la'omer. Today is the 13th day, which is 1 week and 6 days of the Omer. I'm going to invite Amy Gabay back up to share a few announcements.
Hello again. So first, on behalf of the board, we'd like to thank, say, Toda Rabbah to Rabbi Kupitz for leading our service, and Randy Polivoy for his wonderful music, and that was really interesting, and it was a beautiful piano piece there. Also like to thank Joachim for the streaming and all of his work on that. Let's see here. I'm writing. Sorry about that. Okay, so also like to thank the Oneg hosts who've generously donated the delicious items for tonight's Oneg. Let's see here, our greeters tonight, Kylie Sykes, Esther Vogel, pardon me, lobby greeters, Phyllis Blakey, and Judy Rose, and Sharon Rigoletto, driveway greeters, our security guards, which are so important. We're very grateful for them. I have a couple things. So first of all, we do have announcements. World Zionist Congress elections, I will be voting. I got my thing tonight. And then also, I have a few things I need to, let's see here, about the giving tree with information, my paper. So first, show your support for Temple Beth Israel at our only fundraiser this year, our 2025 Giving Tree and Live Auction. Starting Saturday evening, May 3rd at 7 p.m. Giving Tree leaves can be purchased online at tbipomona.org. Remember, there is only one leaf at every price, starting at $36. In other words, one $36 leaf, $137, $138, and up. So go online and grab yours early. Your leaf purchase gets you and a guest into our celebration event Saturday, May 31st, where you'll enjoy raffle drawings and a live auction with a professional auctioneer and a comedian. Spend time with your friends and enjoy great music, our wine bar, and a fabulous dessert selection. And then I'm not looking at my phone I have another announcement on my phone. Also, we have the Or Hadash Capital Campaign. It's been very successful so far in raising money for our much-needed renovations. If you have not participated yet, please sign up for one of our gatherings being held in different areas near where our congregants live. You'll find the information in the Kahila, the Tekiah, and in the office. During the Oneg, take a look at the architect's renderings behind the Oneg table, and with your help, this is what our future could look like. So, and that's it. Thank you very much.
So, well, Amy says she's going to vote. Many of you have voted, because I know some of you. But now we're at the time that you need to get all the Jewish people that you know who are 18 years of older and U.S. residents to go out and vote. We have 10 days left in the World Zionist Congress elections. And so it's really important that we get out and vote. So I encourage everybody to do that and make sure that happens. Also looking ahead, we have at the end of, we start the Giving Tree now. We have that event at the end of May. And then on the next night, which is a Sunday evening, it is Erev Shavuot. And we also have a program that evening with Rabbi Laura Geller, who's coming. We're going to look at You've Got a Friend, friendship in the book of Ruth, intergenerational friendships, and how to build the deeper fabric of community through friendship. So Laura's going to be with us. She's been here before. She's a wonderful teacher. So we hope that you'll kind of block out that weekend to be here at TBI with our Giving Tree event and for Erev Shavuot, and spend that time with us. So we are going to turn now to page 282, middle of the page, Aleinu L'Shabeach. I invite you to please rise if you can comfortably do so. Aleinu L'Shabeach. Sorry, go Randy. Aleinu L'Shabeach Ladon HaKol, Latet Gedula Leotze Breshit, Shelo Asanu Kegoye Haratzot, Velo Samanu Kamishbechot Adama, Shelo Sam Chelkenu Kahem, Vegor Aleinu Kechol Hamonam, Vanachnu Korim, Umishtachavim Umodim, Lifnei Melech, Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. 287. Ve'ne'emar ve'haya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz bayom hahu yeh Adonai echad u'shemo echad. We take a moment to remember those who have died in recent days, those who have died at this time in years past, those who have shaped our lives and who have left this earth. We hold them in our hearts and in our minds. On this Shabbat, we observe the yortzites of Rita Warshaw, Norman Lewis, Miriam Lukin, Martha Handelman, Jean Minna Simon, Isaac Vatkin, Teresa Vatkin, Murray Marcus, Gordon William Bill Neal, David Rosenberg, Miriam Waller Sudar, Roy Abrams, Herb Andrew, Robert Levine, Arnold Roth, Bruce Schneider, Jules Diamond, Steve Horwitz, Joseph Morecki, Florence Sheps, Pierce Snyders Baker, Henry Bleichman, Dr. Jack D. Kirschbaum. If you're remembering somebody on the Shabbat, would like to add their name to those I've listed or restate a name that I've listed, please do so as I come by your row. If you're in a time of mourning or observing a yortzeit on this Shabbat, I invite you to rise. And I invite the rest of the congregation, if it's your custom, to rise in embrace and support of those who mourn. Kaddish is on 294. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei rabbah, B'yalma divra chirute v'yamlich machute, B'chayachon v'yomachon uv'chayei dechol Beit Yisrael, B'agalau v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei rabbah mevorach leolam u'lomei maya, Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal, shmei dekudusha brichu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, Tushbechata v'nechamata, da'amiram bi'alma v'imru amen. Yehesh lama rabba min shmaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'imromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel v'imru amen. Zichronam livracha, may their memories be for a blessing. We'll conclude with our usual, with Biyado, bottom of page 321. Biyado afkid ruchi, Beit Ishan ve'yahira, ve'him ruchi geviati, Adonai li velo ira, ve'him ruchi geviati, Adonai li velo ira. My soul I give to you, my soul I give to you, my spirit in your care. Draw me near, I shall not fear. Hold me in your hand. Draw me near, I shall not fear. Safely in your hand. Beyado afkid ruchi, Beit Ishan ve'yahira, ve'him ruchi geviati, Adonai li velo ira, ve'him ruchi geviati, Adonai li velo ira. My soul I give to you, my spirit in your care. Draw me near, I shall not fear. Hold me in your hand. Draw me near, I shall not fear. Safely in your hand. If anybody has not yet voted in the World Zionist Congress election, Laura Katofsky is here. She'll help you vote right now at the Oneg or show you how to do it at home. So, but let's go into the social hall for Kiddush Motzi refreshments. And for those of you who joined us online, thank you for being with us. Shabbat Shalom.
Gotta learn how to work a pressure washer, I guess. He just got out of the hospital, 4 days. This was 4 days in major surgery.
You cut your finger? You cut your finger?
I had the pressure washer here,
Really?
and I had turned the hose off, but there was still pressure in the pump. So when I started to take the pump apart, it fired.
So